Coast to Coast. I think the Steelers called a timeout, or the Bills, somebody. The Steelers have the ball like around the 10, inside the 10. It's I think second down.
Yeah.
Right. They just got a first down. What is this now? That was a 30-second timeout, and now they're down 21-zip. Minute 43 left. They got the ball. They're in pristine position. This is the second time they've been at the 10-yard line. They threw a pick in the end zone, and that killed them. And now they literally, they're at the 10, 2nd and 7. They absolutely have to score here. They cannot run the ball again up the middle. He's throwing it, and they got the tutty.
So
there it is, the Johnson
is it
tutty.
Freiermuth? Who do we got?
Johnson.
Johnson. You know, the tackle moved early there, too. They got away with that.
Listen to this guy. Are you kidding me? Honestly.
He did. I'm like, come on.
Honestly.
He moved way before. Look at
no more flags.
Look at this.
No
he moved
flags.
before the damn. Look at that. He moved before the snap.
47-7 final. You need to have a sandwich with mayonnaise on it. No flags. Let it run. It should be 21-14 right now, too, by the way.
Yeah.
They blew it. It should be 21-14 right now.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to bet the in-game over, guys. I'm jumping in on the in-game over. You know why? This is going to piss the Bills off. Carver, the Bills they have a minute 39 left to score the Bills.
They called
and
those
the Bills get the
timeouts
ball
before the touchdown. The Bills called the 2 timeouts thinking we're going to, whatever they do here, we want to have enough time to try to get something before the half. So they're going to have a $137 here. It's 48.5 right now, Gabe. I mean, 28 on the board. You're talking 3 more touchdowns in this game? I could see it absolutely.
The Steelers aren't going to quit, right? They're down in a playoff game. They're going to be desperate, and they don't seem to be able to stop the Bills. I have to concede. I'm going to lose my under bet here, my teaser, but I
think it's a lot over.
I just want to say at this point that I've already quit.
It's 21-7. You didn't score.
Taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast.
Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money.
It's Ferrall. Coast to coast.
All right, back on Coast to Coast. I am sick in the head.
Oh, yeah.
And I enjoyed watching the punter pull his hamstring. I thought it was funny. I told you I've been looking for anything tonight, humor of any kind, so that I can get through this next hour and 45 minutes at the very least. They just told me I might get out like 15, 20 minutes early. It's a miracle because, like, if I had a diving board right now, I'd be on the end of it, like the plank on the ship. I'd be on the end of the plank ready to dive off. The Steelers scored. Johnson touchdown. The first thing that happens is Morency starts saying that Jones jumped early. He wants the flag, pull him back 5 yards. So it should be 21-14 after Rudolph threw that terrible pick.
Diggs
now
is
instead
hurt.
it's 21-7. So, and then I'm still waiting for someone to get even with Diggs and take his head off for drinking booze on the Steelers sideline.
He's hurt.
He's
they
hurt.
just did
Good.
Flipped him over.
Good.
I think did number 16 just punch him?
Good.
What did number 16 do at the end of this?
He's acting right now. He's faking. He's flopping.
He came in and gave him a little shot there. He gave him a little shot.
Yeah, I think the little water bottle thing. They realized we got to do something.
It's the Emmys. He
just
won an Emmy.
He's all right.
No, okay. He just tapped it.
There's nothing wrong with him. He's faking it. There's nothing wrong with him. He's going to go over
really
2
happened
lines
to
of blow on the sideline. There's nothing wrong with him.
Like, can we get Sherfield involved here? Jeez. Can we throw a ball to Sherfield at some point?
Gary Sherfield. Remember
Gary
him with the Yankees?
Coming in right field.
Come on.
Who should be a Hall of Famer, by the way.
I agree.
Sheffield, but nevertheless, yes.
Yes, he should.
Okay, come on, Josh. 2nd and 5, 1:16 left. Let's go.
Come on, Josh. Throw one of your patented picks.
We're running out of people to throw the ball to. Diggs on the sideline now, though. No
Come
Davis,
on,
no
Josh.
Davis.
Sherfield needs to get balls.
Come on,
Give it
Josh.
They
You're
went
up
to
to one
Shakir.
of your
They went to
picks.
Shakir, of course, Carver.
Perfect time for a pick. Throw
We
another
need
bad
Shakir
pass,
too,
Josh.
Gabe. We got Shakir
1 minute
also.
and counting. Come on, Josh. Pick up the pace here a bit.
Yeah, now
Pick it
see
up.
that.
Hurry
See,
up,
this,
bro.
you know,
Sack. Yeah. Oh, God, don't tackle him. You'll get a
no.
15 for roughing. You're not allowed to tackle him. He's 6'5", 240. Can't
The
touch
one
him.
thing that they couldn't do is take a sack there. Come on, Josh.
Yeah, now I think they're just going to let it run down now, Gabe. I don't think they're going to even try to do anything. I think that they're
Son
calling
of a. Yeah,
They're
second
calling
and
it.
17 now. That's that.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
No, I just bet the over, though. I have it teased to the under, too, but now it's going to drop. What was it? It was 47 and a half. It still is, actually, 47 and a half. It still is.
We need 3 tutties. 3 tutties in the second half, Gabe. 3 tutties and we're in. Let's go. We're in good shape.
Pittsburgh's not going to tap out. They got something going late here. If they didn't turn the ball over, they're like
Pittsburgh
Scott
called a
said, it could be
timeout with 2
21-14.
seconds left. There's some great coaching. What are you going to do in 2 seconds?
The Bills were about to hand the
Honestly.
ball off, too. I know the half would be over right now.
What is that? Like, what are you doing? I mean, honestly, everyone's freezing their onions off, and you call a timeout with 2 seconds left.
CBS asked them to do it so that they can run another commercial. One of those 15-second
I think Carver
ones on
might
the
be on
side.
to something.
They're going to do a
Run that
live
little thing
report
on.
from Arlington to see if Mike McCarthy's fired yet.
I'm surprised he isn't.
He got fired last night at the end of the
surprised he
game.
isn't
They cut his head off. I
either.
told you. There's no way he's coaching them next year.
Harbaugh met with the Chargers earlier today.
And Dean Spanos forgot his checkbook as usual.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Spanos doing this? Like, if you're Harbaugh, you got to be smart enough to know I'm not going to be used by this guy to go to a meeting when I know damn well he's never going to pay me $25 million a year, so he can tell his fan base that I tried to get Harbaugh.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Well, we're in
Supposedly,
the half.
And it's funny, the Raiders and Chargers are the 2 front runners for Harbaugh, and they're division rivals. Interesting to see how that'll play out. We'll see if Atlanta gets in the mix.
How about Pierce? He's interviewing at other places now. I told you Davis was stupid. The entire team wants him to be the coach. They
might think they're getting Harbaugh.
Crosby said, I want to be traded if you don't sign him. And he still didn't do it because Mark's always at a bar in Vegas with a bunch of hoes wrapped him around trying to pick his money up. I seen him every time I'm out in Vegas. I go to Carver Steak. There he is with 8 hoes wrapped around him. Are we on the air right now? Don't talk about hoes.
Yes.
All right.
This guy's not exaggerating. No, it's like 2. Usually
Las Vegas prostitutes.
It's true. Like there was a great picture of Davis just sitting in the airport in McCarran, just playing a slot machine. Yeah, he's playing slots, and he's got like 2 just like cougar type racks like on each side of him. He's just sitting there. He's just and they go everywhere with him. Like like one of them is girlfriend, the other one's his assistant or something.
Listen, Vegas, remember Carver High? We'd go down to the Long Bar, and there'd be like 80 of them lined up having drinks.
Oh, they're
like animals.
Every bar in that town.
They smell out money, too.
Every bar.
Just wait for the Super Bowl week.
Oh, my God.
Where you from?
Got a band. They follow you like a dog in heat.
Watch out for the pickpockets, too, that day. Those days. I'm just saying. They're good at it. People, no. Trust me, they're good at it.
No one's making money from Carver High. He's got it down to a science. He keeps the money below 2 cans of Bud Light stuffed in his pockets. You can't get past the cans. Can't get deep into the...
Can't do it.
That's cool.
Gotta protect them at all costs.
Hey,
protect at all costs.
Tell him, Carver High, about the day when you and I dragged that 300-gallon tub of beers. A mile and a half we dragged it. Beer's more important than human.
Through the MGM Grand, all the way through it. We were able to get it up to that room, and it had to have probably at least 350 beers in it. Like right around in that area.
The bellman will not move coolers. So you got to do it yourself.
Only bags only. I can't do coolers.
It wouldn't give you the dolly either. It wouldn't give you the luggage holder, the dolly. You can't put it on that. Not allowed.
Carver High and I stopped every 20 yards. Like we would stop and then we'd lean against something here, and then we'd start carrying it again. Stopped at the pool, got some sun. Back, billiards room, the poker room, and then the baccarat room. Well, we had the back of the casino, first floor rooms. We dragged that puppy in there. Once we got it in there, by the time the week was over, there was like 2 cans left. We drank 348 cans.
Yeah. There was a couple.
I saw
of
pictures of you guys carrying that stuff.
There was a few stragglers.
Can you imagine? You imagine if the Bills made the Super Bowl in Vegas of all play? Like, just imagine the decadence of Bills
like
Mafia
you won't be making that show at Bellworks if they make the Super Bowl. Cancel those plans. Looks like Joe Ranieri and I will be calling the Super Bowl.
Which we have a big announcement. I'm coming back to the East Coast. I have not been back in years. Coming back. We're coming back, baby. Super Bowl Sunday. Live from the studios. With Scott Ferrall and Joe Ranieri. A Super Bowl live in-game special. Yeah.
And Carver Hyde's doing the pregame.
12 to 3 in the afternoon.
Joe Lisi, but if the Bills make the Super Bowl, it's going to be kind of hard not to stay and go to the game.
And shrimp, and then
you better bring
Sussman orders pizzas and salad. There's food everywhere. People burping. There was a chick in there. I'm like, what do you do here? He goes, I said, what do you do here? She goes, I'm Joe's daughter. I'm in high school. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. Sorry about that. Joe, your daughter's kind of hot. No, she's a great girl. I like her.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, he's a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite.
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6th and the 7th seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles, ridiculous what they did this week.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, a special Ferrall Coast to Coast with the great Morency and, of course, our boy Carver High. Bills 21-7 at Highmark in a wild card game in the B-Low. They lead the Steelers. The Steelers got the late touchdown by Deontay Johnson, 10 yards from Mason Rudolph. That will keep Rudolph certainly in this game. He threw another one in the end zone that got picked. It should have been 21-14 if that happens. Instead, it's still down 14, but the 10 is still in play if the Steelers can continue to play tough defense against the Bills. Because after the Allen 52-yard run for a touchdown, they've done nothing else. But the Steelers' tackling has been so porous, Mike Carver, that I think that's why they're down big. And I'll tell you what else. The Steelers needed to score first in this game to be down 1, then 2, then 3, the kiss of death.
Yeah, it's never good when you get down early, especially against a team like this in their building. You're right about the tackling. I mean, I think the biggest culprit is clearly Patrick Peterson. I think that that's the guy that the Bills should keep going after, right? I mean, he whiffed on the Allen play. He whiffed on Hardy. He didn't want to tackle Allen on the 52-yard run. That's the guy that I would be focusing on wherever he is on the field, at least in the second half for the Bills here as they get ready to go.
Well, I've got a second half play for you guys here.
What do you got? And do you believe, Gabe, that the 10 is still in play?
I think it is. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers could backdoor this. I think they are. And this is my bet, Scott. I'm taking your guy, Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph's prop right now, guys, is over under 196.5 passing yards. He's at 102. He didn't even have a great half. He's at 102. They're down by 14. Buffalo are getting the ball now, right? Like, Pittsburgh are going to have no choice but to throw the football. This is far too light right now. We've got to get 95 yards passing in the second half with a quarterback who's trailing by 14 points of a playoff game. It's far too low. And I'll tell you what, I think they priced Josh Allen too late right now. He's at 146. His prop right now is 239.5. We're seeing they're throwing the ball around. It's not windy, right? Like, weather really isn't a factor. I would expect a couple of big plays. Doesn't take much, right? A 50-yarder to Knox or Kincaid. One of the tight ends gets open over the middle of the field again. Next thing you know, you're at 215 type of deal. I'm pretty good at these quarterback yard props, and I think that the books have overreacted to potential bad weather. When you and I, and we're all watching this, the weather's not bad. Right? They just put up 28 points combined in the first quarter. Why do you think this game's suddenly going to hit the wall? It's not.
It's not a factor. Not only that, I mean, I understand why they didn't play the game in a 2-foot blizzard with 65-mile-an-hour wind on Saturday night, or on Sunday, excuse me. I understand why
it was a safety issue for everybody else getting there, the roads and flying in and everything. Yeah.
But when they scrape the field clean and they're playing in 10 degrees and 15-mile-an-hour winds, it just is such an advantage for the Buffalo Bills. It's like playing in September. I mean,
right.
This is a home game.
It would have been better for the Steelers if it was a blizzard. It would have been an equalizer.
Right. So that ruined it for Pittsburgh's chances. They had a chance in the crappy conditions, but it was too dangerous. I get it. But once they played in this candy-ass weather, this is all Bills all day, baby.
I'm even a little greedier, Gabe. I usually am. They have an alt for Allen. They have an alt for Allen for 250 at plus 172. They have him for 275 at plus 410. So
big play here, big play there, right?
146 right now. I need a buck 104 to get to that 250, and then a little bit more than that if there's a big play. So I'm going to take both, Gabe. I'm going to do a little ladder here. Live in a second. I'm going to try for the 250, and I'm going to go a little bit smaller and go for the 275 as well at plus 410.
I really like that Mason Rudolph one over 196.5, already being at 102 right now.
Yeah, I want to see Josh Allen throw a pick six hizzy and turn this into a football game so that it gets exciting, because I think this game sucks, just like the Dallas game sucked and just like the Houston game sucked. Those are not entertaining
Detroit,
games.
LA was the only good one so far.
That was the only good game. This is not a great game. It was 21-0. They have no chance of beating the Bills. They need a miracle. They got picked off in the end zone. It would have been a 7-point game. if they could get a turnover and score and make it a 7-point game and have bettors that bet that 10 involved in this, it would make it a much better football game.
How about this, guys? This is like some real Vegas style betting. We could bet on the drive. Are the Bills going to score on this drive? You like that, Carver? Plus 100.
This stuff.
I just noticed something huge. Tony Romo, it's the first time I've seen him do a game where he's not knobbing Pat Mahomes all day and Jim Nantz doing another Chiefs game. Do they ever do a game anywhere except Arrowhead, these two? I actually cannot believe I saw them calling the Bills-Steeler game. I don't know because I got the volume off. But Tony looks miserable because he loves sleeping with his boy. He can't sleep with him enough. The job that he does, I mean, this guy is like a gigolo with Mahomes, honestly. Listen to him call a game. He's like a gigolo.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz. Hello, friends.
I'm Jim Nantz.
Look,
there's Tiger Woods on the night, folks. Just another heroic performance.
So hopefully that's where Jim and Tony are going to be.
So do you think next week, if it snows next week, are they going to move the game again so the Bills can have a scraped field again on Monday afternoon? Going to do that again for them?
It's going to be very hard for people to travel. They had they don't want people to risk their lives going to a football game like yesterday. They couldn't play that game yesterday. Would have been too many people with the chance of getting hurt or dying, Scotty. We can't have that.
Yeah, it's also in Portuguese.
Hey, listen, 47 people did die in a blizzard last
year. Nobody wants to
go
to that hellhole city. No one wants to go there ever, let alone in a blizzard.
No. They should punish, the CBS suits should punish Nantz and Romo and tell them, yeah, you guys stay there all week. Because they're going to leave and come back. Tell them, no, you guys stay. You guys just stay there all week. It'll be cheaper for us.
I had to stay there for in a blizzard for a Thrasher game, and they I went to the Anchor Bar. They locked the door. They wouldn't even let us in.
They told you to F off because you were a Thrasher.
The guy gave me the finger.
And this guy,
I couldn't even get hot wings. I couldn't even get room service. I couldn't even get an escort to come to my room. Are we on the air?
Honestly,
I bet that they score on this drive plus 100 too. I don't want to lose a quick $75 here. Let's go.
Let's get him. They got him. Put him down. Throw him on his
Bills'
head.
offense gotten sloppy here.
They
Look at another
ass.
sack. Another sack.
Let's go.
Woo. The Bills they're doing nothing. Their offense.
No,
they've really done nothing.
And look, in the Allen touchdown, they really haven't done anything since the Kincaid.
No.
The Allen touchdown was a broken play where he was scrambling for a first down and nobody tackled him.
You're right. The first two drives were good.
This is the point of the game, folks, when Gabe and Mike give up on their team like every year. Tune in. You can hear it every season. This is the point of the show.
That's just an awful.
I just don't like, they're getting sloppy here.
Punt it. Let's go.
Awful 3 and out. That's an awful 3 and out to start the second half. Awful.
Yeah, you're going to get Pittsburgh fired up here right now.
Remember this.
Son of a...
They got no punter. The punter got
punting?
hurt, so
let Josh
I
Allen
guess Martin's going to give it a go.
He's going to give it a go. He's going to kick with his other leg and still outkick the Steelers punter, Shankopotamus, by 30 yards.
Can't wait to see where this goes. This should be fun.
I don't know why he's wearing an oven mitt. You better take that off, man.
He's going to shank it. He's got a pulled hammy. Here we go. Here's the shank.
It's going to be like a 60-yard boomer.
Oh, let's see where it went. That's a pretty good punt.
This thing.
Not bad. He got it off.
Oh, let's go. Go.
That's a good return, though. Real good return.
Man, Buffalo letting these guys hang around, man.
Massive drive for the Steelers.
I love guys that celebrate after they gave up 15 yards in the return, still dancing for everybody on TV. Yeah. Male organ of the month club.
Yeah, we hit them hard.
Line them up. We got a lot going on here. We got a game developing. What are we going to do?
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now he's a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
I
favorite.
don't care if they win because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets and when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
So after a false start, 1st and 15, Rudolph, boom, over the middle, using the middle of the field, hits Johnson for a first down. They gained about 20, and they're in Buffalo territory now. And as Morency said it best, the Bills got an injured player on the field. Bernard, I think. Maybe I got it wrong.
They're running out of bodies in the secondary, guys.
Secondly, you said it best. Like the Steelers looked like they found some kind of swerve, like a little bit of mojo.
They got a little swagger, a little bit of, you know what I mean? A little bit of a rhythm going on offense right now. You know what I mean? Before they were getting pushed around. They're back in this thing right now. You can see. I mean, there's a sense of urgency. One thing I like about the Steelers, and I'll say this, I'm obviously a Bills fan, but so many times, there's a lack of urgency with teams that are down in playoff games. It's like, do you guys understand? Yeah. Right, that this is a playoff game, and you know, like you're just going through the motions, like it's a preseason game. Pittsburgh get it. Like you could just feel that they get it. That no. Like, listen, every play is important from here on out, and they're playing well. And I think Buffalo as well. And Carver, you're as a Bills fan, and in fact, Scott, you remember this. What happened a couple of years ago when the Bills opened up the season? They opened up the game, the season against the Steelers. They were up 10-0 at the half. They were getting all cocky on the sidelines, like the game was over. Next thing you know, they lost the football game. Buffalo do this, Scott. Buffalo get out, hey, look, this is easy, right? They're all sort of smiling. You can always tell when teammates are starting to talk to each other and smile on the sidelines. Yeah. When they're not all just dialed in and they're sort of talking and it's like, oh, yeah, well, hey, KC, hey, next week, hey, guys, right? I think Buffalo just sort of, you know what I mean? They came out strong so fast, and They need to dial it up. They need to get this intensity back because Pittsburgh are getting back in this game right now, guys.
You know, if they didn't tackle so poorly, Mike, they gave up the 52-yarder up the seam for Allen. It was so embarrassing. If they don't have that and the pick in the end zone, the Steelers could be going down to tie the game right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it this way. The Bills have only had one sustained good drive in this game. It was their opening drive of the game. After the initial Steeler punt, they went down the field and scored. You had the Pickens fumble, next play, 30 yards,
short field
down.
Yep.
You had short field. You had the Allen busted play 52-yard run. The Bills have not put on an offensive clinic here in this game at all. So, yes, there are opportunities here, no question about it, for the Steelers to do something in this game. It's down to 14.5 live. And, Gabe, we're still sitting at 47.5, needing those 3 tutties for the live number.
It's lingering.
Still in about the same
This
spot.
guy's really injured. What is happening here?
Like, this
guy,
he's down for real. Why is it the Bills all the time?
Yeah, this is a
Like
bad
what?
scene. I mean, they got no
always.
bodies left.
They got the John Deere
They're
out
already
now. Like they
down
can't
a few
even
guys.
walk them off the field. Like the entire team's out there and all this. It never ends with the Bills with this.
Steelers showing class and going over and patting Bernard and
there's
giving
Pickens.
him
I'll
love.
give him credit. That was Pickens. That's cool.
Unlike Diggs, who goes over and drinks their liquor on the sideline.
Oh.
Yeah. Some guys have
look at the
class,
highlight,
some guys
guys.
don't.
Look at the highlights, guys.
That's a bad scene. That's a bad scene for his lower
His
leg.
ankle bent
I thought
away.
Higby
That it
last
wasn't
night was
supposed
worse.
to.
Watching that guy get his knee blown out by a guy, I thought was dirty.
Oh yeah, that was low. There were a lot of low hits this week. Actually, I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's Mahomes. Every
It's a
time you
jerk
touch
move.
him low, you get 15. Don't
Oh,
forget,
I
every
know,
time I
I know,
mention
I know.
him, you're not allowed to tackle him. You see the
No,
Allen tonight, the Steelers, when they sacked him, they just held him and said, we're not going to put you on the ground, even though you weigh 250 pounds, because we don't want another penalty thrown against us for roughing against a guy the size of the Munsters. Your boy Frankenstein, 6'5", 250, and you can't hurt him, but you're not allowed to tackle him. Bunch of bullshit.
If the Bills survive, and I don't know, Carver, if you know, but Rasul Douglas better effing be back next week, bro.
Well,
like they're running
so.
out of bodies in the secondary. Let's just be real.
I'm worried about this drive, and Morency and Carver are already planning weddings next week. I'm worried about the game right now.
I gotta get out of here first. That's why I hate talking about this stuff. The line next week. Where do they go? You know, all this stuff. We gotta get through.
Time's the
here.
kickoff.
We gotta get through
Where's the
this.
tailgate party?
6:30.
What hotel are you staying in, Morency?
You know, and he knows.
Radisson.
Knows this stuff bothers me.
Morency's already on the phone canceling Super Bowl Sunday at Bellworks. Listen, Mike. My flight from Vancouver got canceled. Meanwhile, we see Morency taking pictures downtown Las Vegas at Circa, signing up for next year's millions.
I'm going to be there with Rainbow Man in the end zone.
He's got Andre Reed and Thurman Thomas with him taking pictures down on Fremont Street. Got everybody down there.
Oh, first down Steelers. First down Steelers. What do we got here, Houdini? What do we got here, Houdini?
I'll tell you what.
Go.
Rudolph nearly threw a pick on first down. It was
nearly
out of bounds.
Doesn't count except in checkers.
No, I know. But you'll notice now, we talk about the Buffalo Bills' injured secondary right now, and their injured linebackers.
Yeah.
The middle of the field is wide open right now. Like, they're getting carved up over the middle. Like Pittsburgh has realized. Just dump it over the middle of these slants. They can't stop it.
What is he at,
by the way,
Rudolph, for Carver High's 95 95 yards that he needs? What is he at?
That's me.
That's
me.
Allen,
he needs Allen.
He's
already got the 134, bro. I'm telling you, it was way too low. 134 already.
His live total now, Gabe, is 236.5 for Rudolph. The live total.
It was a soft number, Carver, that I spotted at 196, bro.
It was low.
This is their second false start on this drive.
Wow.
Can anybody handle a cadence? Here we go.
I think it's loud enough, too.
Did you like that with Dak yesterday? Dak, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go out of the playoffs again. Here we
didn't
go.
work. Yeah. Here we go. Where?
Where?
Cancun?
Here we go to Cancun. Oh, look at your boy. All right, let's go. Here we go. This is getting crazy, this game. If they can get down the field, another strike.
In the end zone?
Another strike to Freiermuth.
Get him in the end zone at least.
What did I say?
Him, at least score a touchdown.
Middle of the field again.
Take on a guy. Your boy Elam's going to take on number 73. Only weighs 325 pounds. Little skinny twig. Elam
I like
learn
Elam. He's battling out there. He's battling. I like him. He's like someone on the Bill's got to step up. I like this.
He's going to learn. We're going to call him Twiggy in a minute.
He's mouthing off to the line.
Twiggy going to take on a 300-pounder, huh? Okay, Twiggy. Little skinny B. I was going to swear right there hard.
You can say the B word.
I got enough problems with the red phone ringing all the time. Oh, here's Warren. First down, Steelers. Let's
Warren's
go.
been getting the big runs.
Run it once, throw it twice. Run it once, throw it twice.
Warren's a really good running back.
Throw it twice.
Warren's had the big runs for them in this game. He's had the big 10, 11-yard runs.
Not even. I don't even think Harris is playing in the game.
You're right. Usually they alternate. You're right. It's been all Warren for the most part.
He got frostbite on
the
his
carries
winky.
are even though. The carries are even.
Najee got frostbite on his winky.
Najee's in there now. Najee went in just a couple of yards.
All right, so
there you go.
It's a big.
Najee
getting real
Najee
here. They score a touchdown. Then it's getting real.
They score a touchdown. Yeah, it's getting real.
Yeah, like then suddenly we got to start worrying about the Bills choking real. Like once it's 21-14.
You got to start worrying about my cow heart and clamp. That thing loosens up. I start spraying blood. It's awful.
2nd and 9 coming up right now.
Yeah,
Clock is ticking under 10 minutes left.
See,
3 ain't going to do them any good.
That's why I said you got to throw on first down. You don't run on first down.
Now, did I tell you, you run it once, throw it twice. Now it's 3rd and 10. And now you're screwed and you're going to get a field goal.
If you run on first down.
They went away from everything that was working for them. They went away from it. Everything that was working for them.
Dude, you know what was working on this drive for them was a quick hit over the middle of the field. The Bills couldn't stop it, so they stopped doing it.
And they're running the line twice in a row.
I even said, I'm like, we can't stop this.
I throw now to Pickens or Johnson in the end zone. Throw it.
This is almost 2-down territory if you get, if it's like 4th and 3 or something, too.
Throw it.
Field goals don't help.
There it is. Nope, incomplete to Pickens.
But 4th and 9, Gabe, they got to kick here. They're going to kick here. 4th and 9, they got to kick.
That was a low completion percentage pass, though, that you just tried it. That was bad play calling. They were moving the ball. They run the ball on the first 2 plays. He just threw into double coverage. You saw that. Scotty, double coverage.
Run it once, throw it twice. Why are you throwing it when you're 3rd and 9?
They know.
It's behind
yeah, we know you're going to throw it.
Throw it, run it once, throw it twice. It worked the entire way down the field, and now you get the field goal, but that's not good enough. They needed 7. You're down 21-10 now. You still aren't covering. Some people only care about covering like me. I'm a gambling addict.
Yeah, that was weird, the field goal. Like, I'm not like one of these new school coaches. It's insane about going for it all the time. But I'd be thinking about how I'm still 2 scores down right now. You know what I mean? I'm still 2 scores with a 2-point conversion. Like, if I don't get it, I'm 2 scores down. Like the risk reward, I would have been like, listen, we're not going deep on the 3rd and 9 here. We're going to play this as a 4th down. Like I would have had it in my mind made up. We're going 4th down here unless we're in like 4th and 12 or something. That's just me. Because honestly, that's a win for the Bills. You're still down. You're still down 11.
You're big, but I need, because he hasn't made a mistake yet. He always does. The Steelers need him a tip ball pick
on the point spread.
They need the ball back on a mistake, because if they don't get the ball back and let this guy run and move it down the field and score and make it 28-10, it's over. The Steelers cannot give up any more points.
We've said this.
Offense got to show up here.
Yes, Carver. We've been saying this for about half an hour. This is a big drive for them. They haven't done anything. Look, before the half, they didn't do anything. Out of the half, they didn't do anything. They got to do something on this damn drive.
How about pick up a couple first downs? How about that? You haven't done that in a while either. Pick up a few firsts.
Mike Blewett just texted me and blames both of you for inflation.
Hey, settle down, Blewett. Go Bills.
quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong directions? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, huge 3rd and 1, and I don't know. I think they're going to mark him short. They are going to mark him short. It's going to be 4th and a foot. 4th and a foot for the Bills. Near midfield, they got to go for it, right? And if they fail, the Steelers will be in business. So they're going to go for it. And
got to go for it.
Do you like this? You like it here? Go for it?
Yes, yeah. It's 4th and inches, 4th and half.
Shove him right in the line. Shove Allen right in the line here and pick this up.
They overcomplicate this, though, because it should be unstoppable, similar to Jalen Hurts.
Here we go.
Josh Allen often leaves his feet, and he tries to jump all the time. It's like, bro, you're 250 pounds. The whole point of this is you to move.
He got it.
He got it.
How did that happen? Stopped him. How did he got up on the other side?
Dude, he got stopped. He got stopped and pushed back, and he literally got thrown forward by like a lineman. Watch. Like his body was in the air. Watch.
How did that happen? How did that happen?
Dude, I got to see the replay. He got smoke hit so hard, he flew back, and someone like shoved. Watch. You look at this. He was in the air. He was in the air, and Gilliam came in and said, no, and threw him.
Yeah,
watch.
Let's go. Keep it moving.
That was wild. I told you guys all game, stop leaving your feet, Josh. This is bad. Like, stop doing that. They can't move the ball, the Steelers, suddenly. They're having a hard
Bills
time.
linebacker Ferrall Bernard carted off the field. Bills still lead it 21-10 in the third. They have the ball midfield. And, the Steelers got a field goal out of their last drive. They were close, but no cigar. They blew it on a 3rd and 9. Ran 2 times. I don't know why they got away from run it once, throw it twice over the middle. They had it all going and then blew it, I think, with bad play calling again. The same thing that's hurt them all season, their offense and their play calling has been disastrous. Now another first down for Allen. He throws to Kincaid, and he's gonna go down and score, and that'll be it. I told you, they go up 28-10, it's over.
It's a big,
the Steelers had to
year.
stop him. They had to stop him. And this guy Allen's carving him up right now like Thanksgiving.
First down to Kincaid, about a 12-yard pickup right now over the middle of the field. That was a big it's a big possession here. As we talked about, the Buffalo Bills offense really has stalled over the last 5 series, 5 possessions or so right now. They're allowing Pittsburgh to hang around in this football game. Josh is up to 165.
Field goal at worst. They got to hold him to a field goal at worst. So that's all I know. You let him score, it's over.
Buffalo cannot get the ground game going this week. It's what we talk about with the Bills sort of
around on the ground. I mean,
here's another guy down.
Dust. Dear God.
As long as it's not Allen, you guys really don't care. Honestly.
No, it never ends, man.
Yeah, but you gotta
they don't
keep
even
a few
care
guys
about
around
Bernard. Just scrape him
guys
up.
around him.
Allen
and don't forget,
that's all they need.
The Bills are playing on a short week as well, since they played on Monday. They're at a disadvantage. Yeah. Kansas City, if they survive, played on Saturday. It's a 2-day difference.
2 extra days. Which is the bad part about the snow nonsense.
But I guess last year we got a break because of that Hamlin stuff, right? And
plus you
got
to deal with the Chiefs. The Chiefs will be 6-1 in flags for them against you, so that's automatic. Plus the extra rest.
Oh yeah, we'll play the refs.
And they got to get Taylor happy, and they got to get Mahomes happy. They got to do some more Andy Reid terrible commercials, and get everything lined up for Raj and his buddies in Kansas City. All of his
we have
sponsors.
No celebrity fan, Buffalo. I know. We need do we have any hot pop singer? Nothing. No. Me and Carver are the celebrity fans.
All they do, Gabe, is they just roll out all the 90s guys. That's all they do is we got a big game. Let's roll those early 90s guys out. We got Kelly.
That guy. We're going to beat the Cowboys.
That's it.
That's it. They drink and drive and dive on tables with no clothes on. So they really can't get many celebrities involved with that bunch.
Buffalo, #1 city for arson. Big insurance scam city. Yeah.
I'll bet. I bet it is.
I swear to God, I was like, I know Buffalo. Somebody told me, they said, there's the most insurance undercover agents like in any other city than Buffalo. Because everybody, things aren't going well and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just, in Tonawanda, you just torch the business. You know what I'm saying? A little gasoline, a little whatever.
Get the car stolen right when it's at around 100,000 miles. They find it down by the river.
People in the area know what I'm talking about. Anybody that watches the Buffalo News, it's nothing but 15 minutes of fires. Arson suspected.
So my buddy, and Carver High remembers him. Tim Graham, remember Buffalo News? He says to us one night on the air, he said, I love living here. It's great. Everyone loves it. Then one day I'm reading the Wall Street Journal. Top real estate market in the country this year in 24. Buffalo.
You saw that. I read that the other day.
I saw that. How is that possible? Nobody wants to live there. No one. Tim Graham does. He goes, I love it. It's cheap.
The average houses are going for $250K. They have an art and culture scene, businesses.
You
know what people don't realize? Buffalo's become a big tech industry for like an East Coast thing. There's a lot of medical tech industry stuff there. It's cheaper, right, to build there.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to live there, so it's cheap.
So the pharmaceutical companies have a lot of employees there. They're buying all the houses.
Oh, tax
$250K. Dude, they used to be like $5,000, $10K. I remember going to the Bills game years ago, and I saw a house. I jumped.
There's the pick, and they blew it. They had the pick, and they blew it. There was the tip ball. There's your tip ball, and you can't pick it off.
That was hard to catch. They couldn't catch it.
Right there. There was the Josh Allen mistake, and they couldn't capitalize. There it was. Game over.
Couldn't grab.
Now on 3rd and 9, he'll throw a touchdown. Watch on 3rd and 9, he'll throw a tutty. Here it comes.
The Bills' lack of offense is pissing me off, to be honest.
That was their chance right there. The big deflection that popped 9 feet in the air and nobody could catch it. Jesus.
I do have a teaser of the under too, but I hate chasing and trying to panicking. I was like, oh, it's going to be higher score, and it's hit a wall here because of Buffalo.
Get him. They got him. Oh, he throws a first down to Diggs.
Oh, look at Allen. Is it a big Josh moment? That's one of those Josh moments to Diggs.
What a play. Staying
and
in
down
there.
Goes Porter. Porter's done. Scrape him up.
Man, guys just get hurt at the end of the year like this.
They had him dead to rights, and they had him dead to rights, and he still
that was a big play by
throws
Josh.
First down.
Look at that.
That's the play of the game right there. The play before, he throws a tip ball 9 feet in the air. No one picks it off. I said to you right then and there, he'll throw a touchdown wrong, but he threw a 12-yard strike for a first down. What's the difference?
And you saw, Scott, under pressure and against his body, too. Eh? Yeah, everything you're not supposed to do. In the middle of the field, just threw a fastball to Diggs, right? Not a lot of guys can pull that off. But
and now Porter's done, and he's probably their best talented young secondary that can, player that can keep up with some speed and problem guys like Diggs. Diggs is a problem. He's going to break free like he did there and gets the catch, gets the first down, and that's why he's so valuable. I still would have sucker punched him in the face for drinking on my sideline. He'll never live that down with me. One day someone needs to drive a car over his foot, something in the parking lot, run him down, anything. Are we on the air?
He's forever a Steeler
menace
villain now because of the Gatorade, right? That's never be forgotten.
This guy. Honestly, that's like walking in, your best friend's doing your wife. Honestly, this guy's on my sideline drinking my booze. Honestly, can you
how he reached down?
And everybody's Valentine sitting in the dugout with the mustache.
They all stood around watching him. They all stood around watching him too. Nobody even goes and gives him a shot.
I will say this though. Honestly, listen, the Bills are up by double digits. Steelers are hanging around. How much of a difference would this have made if T.J. Watt was playing?
Of course it would have been a difference because they sacked him a couple times, and they might have sacked him 5 times with him in the game. They never win without him. They never win without him.
Did you see how Porter got hurt? Actually, he got smoked by a lineman.
There's the bomb. Tutty dropped it.
He dropped it.
That's just a good play. He dropped it. That's just a good play by 50. Knocked it down.
Yeah. He got his hand in there.
They absolutely have to stop him here. And hold them to a field goal, or get your boy
even
Bass
a field goal
out there
makes it 2 scores, 24-10.
Yeah,
of course it does, but they cannot let him score. It's got to be 3 or nothing. That's it. If it's 7, they're dead.
Bass has been shaky, bro. He hasn't been super consistent. So we saw the last.
I do like Bass Ale. I'm a fan of Bass Ale. Carver High knows I like Bass beer with a shot of tequila, Patron.
Look at this. The Bills cannot get any ground game going. Any ground game.
0. Throw the football. Throw the ball.
Be like the Steelers and run it again. Run it again.
It's week by week. The Bills, it's not pretty, but
this is it right here. The game's on the line right here, 3rd and 12. Even with 2 minutes left in the third. If they go down 28-10, it's over.
Buffalo's eating some clock up here.
Stop them here to a field goal, and it'd be a long field goal in the wind. Stop them here, and you're in the game. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it'd be like a 49-yard field goal.
He got it off. Now get in there and get him. They stopped him. Done. 4th and 7. They got to kick a field goal. Go ahead and go for it, Sean. You're great in those situations.
You know what? It's under 45.5, though. It's going to be like a 42-yarder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want it to be under 47. That's your goal, right?
46.
46.
Yeah, so in other words, the 29-yard line is sort of my key. Yeah, the 29-yard line's my key.
Suddenly, a 65-mile-an-hour gust
it's a
from
45.
Sunday
Whoa.
comes blowing
Why,
through
whoa.
the stadium.
45.
Miss
Why is
it.
it a 45?
Miss it. He made it.
He drained it.
It's because there's no wind. I mean, even their sappy mascots down there doing gaggers in the end zone, smoking doobies. It's not even cold outside.
Sappy mascot. Who is our mascot, anyways? What's his name? Ralphie?
Whatever. He's so
Ralphie the
soft.
Buffalo.
Ralphie the Buffalo, a blue buffalo. I've seen it all. At
Dude,
least
the Bills
Dion's
are so
the real
cheap.
Buffalo on the Aflac commercial. It's my
Bills
homie.
That's actually no, it's Billy Buffalo. Ralphie's the
Billy Buffalo?
Colorado guy. Billy Buffalo.
Billy Buffalo's even worse.
It's so lame. The Bills
Billy
are so
the
cheap, though.
Flaming Buffalo.
They didn't want to pay the cheerleaders. Remember a couple of years ago when the cheerleaders in the NFL sort of stood up for themselves?
Listen, I just
They
want
were
to
classy,
say,
the Bills. They crushed the
speaking of
Gills. They said,
Dolly,
all right, we're just
speaking
going to
of
replace
Dolly,
you. So to replace them with this stupid blue dude.
The only thing good about the Cowboy game last night, once again, was the 110% pure flesh sex bot cheerleaders of the Dallas Cowboys. I mean,
Great
these chicks
shorts.
are so hot. Honestly,
Great shorts.
But here's the best thing. I mean, who cares if they win or lose? If I could sleep with about 5 of them at once, honestly, it's paradiso, baby.
That's all those fans, Scotty. That's why they don't mind losing. They're just sitting. I used to do that at Raider games. When I lived in L.A., the Raiderettes. I used to just sit in the third row. I was like, this is great. I'd just be drinking. They'd be right
The Raiderettes are hot too, but about 80% of them have a heroin problem. They're a little different. The Cowboy cheerleaders are pure.
That's why I get along with them.
I'll bet.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
Right now, he's a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
I
favorite.
don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby. The money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, now a reverse with Pickens, and he's got room and another first down. He gained 15, 18 yards. How about the 3rd and 11 play, Carver, with the pressure? Rudolph was in the pocket, under pressure, stepped up in the pocket. Guy coming from behind to level him. Last second, throws it over the middle into triple coverage. Pickens goes up top the ladder and catches it near midfield for the first down. Then they go back to him on a reverse. How about those two plays? One by Rudolph under pressure to Pickens, and then they go right back to Pickens on the reverse for another 15.
Yeah, the 3rd down play, Scotty, that's one of those ones where you need your big wide receiver to do something for you. He's got a couple guys on him, but he's so athletic and he's so big that he's able to go up and bring it down and make a huge play for his team. And then they do the smart thing. Instead of running it in the middle for 1.5 yards with Harris or Warren, let's put it right back in our best offensive players' hands. Let's get it right back in his hands. And they go and pick up another first down. Now they're rolling as we go in the fourth quarter.
I said to you guys in the break, throw a wheel to him down the sideline with them blitzing on 3rd and long. Instead, he threw over the middle again where Morency's been saying it all night. Over the middle's been their feasting zone. He has been great between the lines.
That's where they went on that play.
Yep. The lines.
The Bills secondary is weakened right now. Their linebacker play is weakened. That's where to attack them over the middle of the field. For the record, guys,
so what do you think?
13.5
What do you think of Rudolph now, Gabe? I mean, seriously, this kid has showed up from about the end of the second, the last 5 minutes of the second, into this third quarter, into the fourth. He's played his ass off.
I need another 37 yards from Rudolph. That's what I think. I'm getting close. He's at 161 right now.
Oh, you're going to get that in the fourth.
I put my money down.
He's got to throw it.
He's listen, Josh is up to 181 right now. And the way this is going, like they better make a play. You know what I mean? Like they're going to have to throw the ball. Yeah. This could be the Steelers are getting 13.5 points right now, guys. Total's 44.5.
Steelers are going to, if they could score and make it 7, then Josh going to give him the gift that keeps on giving, his usual 1 pick 6 hizzy a game. And then we got it all tied up in overtime. In the
Ferrall has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall.
Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money.
It's Ferrall. Coast to coast.
All right, back on a special Ferrall Coast to Coast. You know, I actually think this may be one of the greatest broadcasts ever on SportsGrid, with the Malachi Crunch brothers trying to take me out fascist communism style. The two Bilo kings themselves, Mr. Sport Coat and Mr. Kelly. You got your two Bills fanatics taking on the Steeler fan in Ferrall, and the entire broadcast has been a pure excellence and fun and hilarity and kick-ass game to follow. The Steelers, if they could score, would make it 7. They'd be down 7 from being down 21. I mean, honest to God, if they get down 7, we got the best game, and we got already the best show. You can feel it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Warren just picked up about 5 there on first down. And I don't know if you guys saw the story about ESPN personalities getting fake Emmys. How about us? Can we get, scratch off the names, stuff like that? Like you said, if any broadcast, this would be one of the sports broadcasts of the year right now. I think we all deserve an Emmy for this.
Oh, look at the Steelers. Look at Rudolph running for a first down and a slide. And he takes a headshot. No flag, though. He hasn't earned it. Only Patrick Mahomes gets that call, folks.
That would have been a flag if it was Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, 15 yards for touching and feeling.
I've been saying it for years. I think it's total garbage. What the hell do you want the defender to do? Stand there and do they have to wait till the quarterback slides? And I think it's more dangerous for the quarterback you're exposing your head like this. It'd be safer just to run out of bounds, or just get tackled. It's ridiculous.
So
I actually think it's the stupidest thing ever, these quarterback slides.
At the 31 of the Bills, they've got to score. No field goals. They got to keep moving.
No, a field goal really doesn't do them any good because they'd still be
another
down
big
9.
play.
So now
another
really
big play and first down to the 17. What is happening here? What is happening here, Carver High?
No good. Look, this is just a bad job. We welcome all the radio affiliates here. Steelers, Bills. We're going nuts on coast to coast. Of course, Carver High, Scotty, Gabe, Sirius XM 159 and Sports Byline. Look, this is really troublesome to me, Scotty, because we were sitting here in this game 21-0, and it bothers me that they have completely blown the door back open and let the Steelers are like 2 plays away from being down a touchdown, which is absolutely brutal here.
And their defense has been playing. Now here's Najee for 4.
I don't want to look ahead too much, but Buffalo will not be Kansas City.
You guys have already looked ahead to next week's game and what seats Taylor's sitting in.
I'll tell you right now, they won't be able to beat the Chiefs if they're playing defense like this. They're getting picked apart. They cannot stop anything over the middle. Travis Kelce will have 13 catches in the first half next week.
Both guys injured with concussions.
If we get through this.
Porter and Robinson, both out with concussions for the Steelers.
You talked about it.
So you think,
good call by
you think you got problems.
With the hard turf. Good call by you, right? Like it's even worse. It's not soft. Everyone's getting hit. Their heads are hitting the turf.
Here we go. Oh, there's a flag. No flag. Oh, they tackled him in the end zone. No flag. That's their best player. You can't get any love on that. I got to see it again.
One thing, Scott, when you'll notice when you watch it again, people are throwing snowballs at the receiver when he's going to the end zone, which isn't cool.
Yeah, there's no flag there.
I'm pretty sure.
Listen, if you can pelt a guy from 45 feet with a snowball, I'm a fan of that. I used to do that as a kid with cars, with rocks and the snowballs.
Look,
Johnson was wide open. Snowballs. I don't know what he's doing. Johnson was wide open. Now they're going to come up with another field goal. It's just so embarrassing that three's doing them no good.
I'm all for whatever, supporting the team, being rowdy, yelling and all this, but don't throw snowballs.
He got the first down. First down, Johnson. What a
first
play.
And goal.
That's a huge play by Rudolph and Johnson. He should have thrown it to Johnson in the end zone. He was wide open on the play before. He threw it to Pickens instead. And some kid with the diversion snowball may have helped the Bills.
I guess the snowballs are better than the dildos that they used to throw at Tom Brady on the field. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
So I guess we're getting better. we're getting
Folks,
better.
Last night we had a Peter North incident at the Highmark Stadium.
Like local sex shops used to sell out all like whenever Tom Brady would come to town.
All right, here you go. Najee running, fail. He gained 2.
But I know you want to keep. I know you want to keep mixing that in, and you want to keep trying it, and that's with. But like that, they just went down the field throwing the football. Throw the football. That's what they.
Yeah, but you know what? Come on, Carver and Scott. Though now, they're inside the 10. Like it's tightened up now. There's not all this space for it. It's hard for a quarterback to. You can't just lob it. You got to throw a bullet. Like that's why they're like he threw an interception.
He's got to throw it again to Johnson on a slant or Pickens or Fireman. Just get it done. They got to
I would throw a
protect
screen
him.
if I was the Steelers. I just throw a sideways bubble screen.
Touchdown, Steelers! Let's go!
Freiermuth?
What do we got here? A Houdini. Oh,
no, it's not Freiermuth.
Oh, it's Austin. It's Steve Austin, the $6 million man.
Cold.
What do we got here?
The terrible towel is back in the house.
What is happening? What is happening here? It was 21-0. Somebody get me a shot of rum, maybe 2.
The Bills choke job.
A sleep game. I'm not allowed to smoke weed with my cow clamp. Woo! Woo! Carver High's livid right now. I got to get back.
Yeah, Carver's like Carver looks like a stock trader that the stock market just crashed. He's looking down to his
flag on the extra point. What's the flag for? Personal foul on the Bills, roughing the kicker.
Hey, I told you guys at the half, Mason Rudolph, 196.5 seemed like what? Yep. For the record, he's at 187 right now with 10:32 left in the football game.
Oh, you guys!
Now it's up to Josh.
They need to attack again here, Gabe. Like they cannot try to run the clock.
No, they can't run Cook up the middle for a yard here again. No.
They need to try and get another 7 here. They responded field goal. Now they need to respond 7-7. There's still a lifetime left in this game.
I agree. What we need is another Josh Allen pick. Just when we're ready to see this game go to overtime.
48
Allen
and
throws
a half.
at least one a week. Let's go.
Is the new total. 48 and
no
a half.
mistake.
The Bills are now 7.5, guys. They were 23.5 at one point. I even said it before.
23.5. They were 28.5 at one point.
28.
28.5 after they were up 21-0 and had the ball, and it was 28.5 at one point.
This game comes down to the Steelers' defense. They got to stop them. They've been stopping them the whole second half. They've been stopping them in the late second quarter. They've got to stop them and get the ball back because their offense is unpredictable. You don't know if they're going to screw it up, 3rd and long. He made the huge play to Pickens. And then 3rd down there, you throw it to Austin, the least likely guy to catch a pass.
It's a one-possession game.
Yeah, you need to stop them if you're Pittsburgh. It's that simple.
The Steelers,
you have not
guys,
been moving the ball. It's down to this.
They're 10-1 on the money line right now. So plus 1,000. You bet $100 on the Steelers, you get $1,100 back.
Do you think if, let's say hypothetically they score and it's extra point time, does Tomlin go for the win or do they go to overtime?
Yeah,
I think he kicks the extra point.
I don't think you do it in the playoffs.
The way his defense is playing right now.
Cheaters, I'd say.
Cheaters. Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite.
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles, ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Honest to Christ, you gotta admit it, Morency.
That's a penalty,
that is
bro.
not PI.
But I'll say defensive holding, not pass interference. I'll agree with not a spot foul. He grabbed his jersey.
Fair enough.
He grabbed his jersey.
But that's not PI. That's holding. It should be 5 yards, first down, not 40 yards.
I agree.
So why are they taking so long?
I don't know.
I think they're discussing it.
I don't know why
they did call the hold. They called it holding instead of pass interference. So 5 yards.
It wasn't because
and a first down.
Because PI is a spot foul. It would have been at the 45-yard line.
Good call, Morency.
5 yards. He did grab his jersey. Yeah, he did grab his jersey.
That was not PI. That was he had his hand pulling him down, but that was not a PI. That's a good job by them getting together.
But it is an automatic first down.
Sometimes they get it right.
The Bills.
They got 4 penalties in the second half, the Steelers. They had none in the first half. They're killing themselves.
They really are.
They got to stop. They got to stop with the penalties. They got to stop with the penalties. Oh, God, a big run. 9 yards.
James Cook with a little bit of a pop.
Let him go down and score. Honest to God, you got to be kidding me.
Can you believe, though, the odds makers? Bills go down, score, they get a field goal, there's the 10. Right? They scored a touchdown, there's a number. It's like they've nailed this one. I don't like, guys, anyone that knows has been following me for years, I don't like laying double-digit points. I don't like any stuff, especially in the playoffs. I loaded up with the Bills and teasers, moneyline parlays and everything. They could cover, and I said it all week. And in fact, my prediction for the most part was I said it could be 27-13, it could be 27-10, it could be 27-20. Right? And, I'm not surprised. Here we are right now.
Well, at one point, you said it would be 48-3, so that's not working out too well.
No. Oh, it was 28-0, 21-0 at the time.
21-0. You said it'd be 48-3. Listen, I just want him to stop them. No points, and see if they can turn it into an incredible game.
For me,
that's what I want.
I'll be honest. I'm not worried about the 10. I'm into fandom here.
Stop
I got
him.
him
They're
on the
going to
money
let
line
Allen
teaser,
do this
so I want him to
again
win.
to them. Are you effing kidding me, this guy?
Here he goes.
Are you kidding me that you let this guy do that again? Honest to Christ.
I need him to get like 19 more passing yards. This is really getting crazy.
I mean, this is unbelievable that they let this guy do whatever he wants.
He's hard to stop, Scott.
Unbelievable. Oh, you think?
It's not like they're letting him do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's 6'5", 245 pounds, and he's fast.
You're not allowed to touch him. So that's
there's
a
shot of the great
there.
Josh Allen right there, Carver. Look, there he is. It's a nice picture.
Yeah, this is a big drive by them. They're moving right down the field like butter. This
Here's
is the end of this game.
All right, there's Diggs for 6.
As you know, I don't like Gabe at this point. I don't care about the spread from the fandom perspective.
Yeah.
A field goal here is massive for the Bills in terms of winning this game. They get 3 here, go up 10 with under 8 minutes to go, under 7 minutes to go, kill a couple more. They're going to have a great chance to win this. I don't care about the 10 at this point.
They're eating the clock up right now as well. Like, if you're Pittsburgh, you need to get a sense of urgency on defense. If you, otherwise it's going to slip away here.
Remember, Rudolph threw a pick in the end zone. The game would be tied right now.
2nd and 5.
He's going to run it again, this guy. Now they're going to throw the flag. Here comes the flag. They tackled him, and they're going to throw the flag. There it is.
They threw it.
They threw the flag. 15 more.
See, that's a garbage.
There it is.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I just bitched about the slide, and as a Bills fan, I'll say that's total crap. What do you want the guy to do? Like, he's falling into Josh Allen.
There's the game right
like,
there.
What do you want him to do?
There's the game. He didn't do anything to him. That is
Look at
just,
this. He's sliding. Let's see. He goes down.
He did nothing
Didn't even
to
hit him in the
him.
head. Didn't even hit him in the head.
He's
They gotta
getting
pick that
low
up.
to tackle him before he slides. Like, he's getting low to try to grab Allen around the waist, and then Allen slides underneath him, and he gets hit. You know, that's a.
I'm a Bills fan, and that's a garbage call. Watching it in slow motion is garbage. Garbage.
I've been telling you the whole game, you're not allowed to touch him, and there's the game right there. They just gave the game's over. Right there. With that call by the refs, the game is over, and that is a bullshit call. You both know it. Eat it. That was absolute bullshit.
I just said it was a bad call.
He didn't even try to hit him. He rolled over him and just touched him with his hands, and they give him the 15 yards.
I've been saying it for years.
You,
the quarterback slide sucks.
The NFL and their refs. You can't touch Allen or Mahomes, but you can date rape Rudolph, take his head off. Stafford, he's got a ring. They can step on his face, step on his shoulder with cleats. But Allen, 6'5", 240, you can't touch him because he's another giant pea. You're not allowed to touch giant peas in this league. He's another one. Don't touch John. He's so feminine. You're not allowed to touch him. That was the most ridiculous call ever. F both of you. F the NFL. F the refs. You know it. I know it. That call sucked. That call sucked. And now they score a touchdown. There you go. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. You just
got gifted the game. Nice job.
Shakira in the house. Little Shakira.
Nice job. Nice job. Hey, you know what they should do? Throw another flag right now on the Steelers for not getting off the field soon enough after the Bills' touchdown. 15 more yards for unsportsmanlike conduct. Unbelievable.
17-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, my God. Shut up. Unbelievable, that call. Don't even tell me that call didn't blow. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. It's so unbelievable. Oh, my God. I can't even do the show. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Give me a rope. Honestly, I'll hang myself. Unbelievable. Honestly, that was such bullshit. Oh, my God. Don't touch Josh. He's going to shave his legs tomorrow. Early in the morning, he's getting a waxing on his pee at the ladies' shop. He goes down to the beauty parlor. He and Mahomes and Pat's wife, they all eat chocolate chip cookies and get waxed and have their legs shaved. You're not allowed to touch Josh Allen. He's 240 pounds. He loves jelly donuts too. You're not allowed to touch him. Oh, nice job. That's what's going to happen to you next week.
We're witnessing the complete meltdown of Scott Ferrall.
And you even blow a kiss toward Mahomes, you're going to get 15 yards. 15 yards every time you even look at him. And Carver High knows it. Look at that grin on his face. He knows it.
Hey,
you better believe you know it. That was bullshit.
I don't care.
And you know it too, Morency. Both of you. Screw both of you. That was a lousy call. That ruined a great game. Screw you. It ruined a great game. Admit it.
I've been on both sides of it. I don't care. You get them and you lose them. I've been on both sides of it. And you're right.
Admit it.
We'll probably get screwed with it next week. I don't care.
All I'm worried about and happy about is I had a same game parlay with Josh Allen to score a touchdown and to throw for 200 or more passing yards for plus 100. So we cash it. Let's roll. He's at 203 right now.
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
That
was rigged.
It's over now. Get the live over.
That was rigged. Nice call. The guy rolled over him.
I dropped
he didn't even hit
on
him.
the over 47.5, and we're at 48 right now. And I have a parlay teaser.
He didn't even hit him. He rolled over him like jelly.
No, it was a bad call. But they shouldn't let Shakir just score on the next play after either.
Listen, the game was great. It was 24-17. They were at the 40. They gave him the ball 15 yards down. The next play, they scored and won. The game's over. The call changed the dynamic of a great game. You can't deny it. That's all there is to it. So congratulations. I knew they would lose. All day I told you they would lose. All I wanted was the 10. Instead, what I get is 10, and I get a giant, like, Ron Jeremy right in my garage door with the NFL refs just hammering away as I'm tied and chained to a wall, getting it from behind. Oh,
it
my
should
God,
be
that
noted.
Call. Get me out of here. When's this show
end? It should
Get
be
me
noted.
Out. Get me out
it
so I
was
can
a
go kill
first
myself.
down.
Get
it was
me
a
out of
first
here.
down before
When is the
the
break
flag
over?
anyway.
Honest to Christ. Start the pregame show already.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night. Only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
All right, back on Ferrall Coast to Coast. It's 31-17. Bills, 4th and 3 Steelers. Timeout. They'll have 2 left. 4:53 left in the game on 3rd down. He threw to Warren, and he got stopped by the Bills short. He's got 3 yards to go. They're down 2 touchdowns, and the Bills are on their way to host the Chiefs next week. So there you have it.
This is complete torture, too. Once again, tip your cap to the odds makers. The halftime prop for Mason Rudolph, 196.5. He's at 194 right now. But it's 4th down. So, like, they don't get this. Do they get the ball back again? Maybe not. There's 4:53 left. So my halftime bet here at 196.5 is on the line on this play. I hope they pick it up, Scott. Let's get this first down, buddy.
Nope. They didn't get it. No flags, no nothing, and Bills ball. So that's that. There you go.
So they got to change
all the penalties. Every penalty in the second half was against Pittsburgh. Fair enough. All I'm saying is the call on Allen was get him an Emmy tonight at the Emmys. Get him an Emmy for that acting job. Nothing happened to him. There was no snot even came out of Jack's nose that dripped on his jersey, and they gave him 15 yards. And they threw no penalties against the Bills in the second half, not one. So there you go. Give them what they want. Roger wants Mahomes against Allen. I said it before the game started, and you're going to get exactly what you wanted. And you can say whatever you want. That call sucked, and they've thrown every flag against Pittsburgh, which I have no problem with any of the other flags, just that one. Because the game was 24-17, and it was a great game, and it was ruined on that call. I got people texting me left and right, the game's rigged.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Not Steeler fans. People
it was
just,
one call, Scott, in a long game, bro. It's not why they lost.
Dude, don't start with me one call. That call ruined a great finish.
Dude, it was first down, Scott. Do you realize when Josh Allen before, it added 15 yards? So if you're dying over 15 yards, bro, that was the difference on first down.
Touchdown.
So you should have stopped them. You should have stopped them.
From the 40 to the 15-yard line.
So is it the ref's fault, Scott? I guess it's the ref's fault you didn't tackle Shakir, right? That is the ref's fault. It's the ref's fault they scored 31 points.
It was a terrible call.
Yes, it's one terrible call, bro. Get over it. It's one call in a 60-minute football game. It changed the game. It changed nothing. It changed the point spread, maybe.
It was a 7-point game. It changed the betting. It changed everything. How can you deny that it was a 7-point game?
Because I live in reality. I'm not a Steelers fan. I live in reality.
Spread, bro. It was a 10-point spread, and it went to 14
do you realize?
instantly.
Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Stop for a second. Do you realize it was a first down before the flag? So all the change was 15 yards. It was a first down with Buffalo. They didn't, it wasn't like a fourth down call to change the game. It would have been first down. It added 15 yards to the play. It didn't change the game. It added 15 yards to the game. Let's just be real.
I've already made my mind up about being real.
I know.
You're not changing my mind, so you can kiss my ass. You ain't changing nothing about nothing.
Okay, that's why the Steelers lost, Scott, because of that play.
No,
I know.
I never thought the Steelers would win the game from the time we started the effing show. And an hour and a half before you came on, I said it to him too. But I wanted to cover to 10. And I wanted it to be a great finish. I said to you in a break, just give me, I would love to see him go down and maybe force overtime and make it a game for the ages. Instead, we get the gift-wrapped Josh Allen call and the finish you saw right there, 31-17. I won't be surprised they score again here. You know? I mean, you don't think there was a pass interference on fourth down?
It's going to be the ref's fault, I guess.
They didn't throw one flag on them. They didn't throw one flag on them. It's just like Kansas City. I can't wait to see that game on Sunday. Do you think they'll even bring flags? Because they don't throw them on Kansas City or Buffalo. Do you think the refs will bring flags or just Kleenex? Do you think they'll bring some Kleenex and some blow? I mean, I know they're not going to throw any flags on the Bills or the Chiefs. Maybe it'll be the first playoff game in history with no penalties.
Listen,
the game will be over in 2 hours, just like baseball likes it.
I want your Steelers to get the damn ball back. That's all I'm worried about right now.
I want them to get some points here. Get me points.
It was a bad call.
They're not getting the ball back. It's 1st and goal. The Bills are going in again.
Well, there's still 3:30 left. So I just want whatever's going to happen to happen fast here.
We'll get one more crack with the ball.
I need 3 yards for Mason Rudolph.
I need 1 point. 1 point for that 48.5. 1 point. I need 1 point.
You're right here. They're going to kick a field goal.
Right
They're
here.
not trying to score a touchdown.
Let's hope so.
I understand your frustration, Scott, but like I said, it was a first down for Josh Allen before the penalty. So it added 15 yards to it. That's the gist of it. That's the difference. It added 15 yards to what would have been first down. So what was the difference? It went from the 38 to the 23 or something like that. The 35 to the 20. It was first down Buffalo anyways.
From the 35 to the red zone, and an instant touchdown on the very next play. That's what it did.
There it is.
It is what it is. Congratulations. You knew they'd win the game anyway. I'm not worried about that. I just thought the call sucked, and I know it did. So there you go. And then they don't call anything on them. Did the 4th and 3, no pass interference? Nothing? No. The guy, they just took his leg to the county morgue because he got his leg tore off. No call. Of course there's no call. But there's a call on that little ginger jelly bread roll. He blew snot on him, and they gave him 15 yards. Your mother, okay? Your mother, okay? Your mother hits harder than Jack did on that rollover. Christ almighty. I've seen more hits at a sumo wrestling event. Jesus Christ.
3rd and goal, 2:24 left.
Just get me a point.
Just get me out of here.
Carver wants a point. Phil wants to go home. I want 3 yards from Mason Rudolph.
Just get me a point. All right, let's go. Line it up.
Third and goal for the Bills here. 31-17.
Now.
What are you going to call him for now? Roughing on the tackle? How about a too physical a tackle? Come on. That's got to be 15 yards right there. He landed on top of him and called his mother names again. Honestly.
You know this, though, Scott. I said it before it happened. I said the sliding penalty is the worst thing in football. Quarterbacks bait players into this. You know what I mean? You can't force players not to slide, but they didn't used to do this. Quarterbacks didn't always slide. I don't know when it became a thing, like 10 years ago or something like that. And it leads to injury because you get smoked in the head. It leads to penalties. And some quarterbacks are good.
But he didn't get smoked at all. You smoked more doobies than that guy got touched.
I know, but I'm going to say some quarterbacks are really good at this, especially in college too. They run, they sort of stop. Everyone stops and they keep going. So, quarterbacks have milked this. There's something to it. I complained about it 5 minutes before this happened when it happened on Allen before. It's a stupid – and if you're a quarterback, it's more dangerous. You're exposing your head to these shots instead of if you're Josh Allen, you're a big dude. What's safer? That you run into someone and collide with someone that's not as big as you, or you slide in face first and someone's smoking you in the face? It's just a stupid thing to do. I don't know why coaches let quarterbacks slide. It's dangerous.
If you watch that 1,000 times again and tell me that Jack didn't put his hands on him to push himself off and roll over and not hit him, then you got to be so high that you're tripping.
We all agree it's a penalty. It's a penalty. There's no. It shouldn't have been a penalty. We all agree on that. There should not have been a flag. Jack is going down to wrap him up. He is a big dude, and Allen slides right as Jack's leaning down to grab him. Allen slides.
Do you think that they would have had a better chance? They were at about the 40-yard line, 38. Don't you think because I was already worried they had gotten in too deep. And I was like, they're screwed. The game's over. They're done. They're finished. They've got to stop them. They've got to stop them. And then that play happened. And then the next play they scored. I knew that the valuable real estate, they were at the 38. That call, is 24-17. They couldn't stop them. Let's say they stop them. And let's say they stop him at the 25. Bass misses a field goal, and the Steelers have 2 minutes to go down and try to tie the game and send it to overtime. That's all I wanted. And fair enough, I'll never see it. Game over, Bills win. If. The call sucked, and it ruined what they had a chance. They had a chance. They still had a chance to stop them and get the ball. The Bills didn't do anything in the second half. They had a chance to stop them, and instead of them stopping them, the refs handed it to them. That's it. They had a chance to stop them. They didn't, and they obviously didn't on the Tupac Shakur touchdown, but the reality is, and did you see me do that today, Carver High, and it blew right over Kaplan's head, my Tupac Shakur line? Oh, my God.
This reminds me of the Michigan-Washington game. There was one missed pass interference call.
Just missed the field goal now. So there was the chance I was looking for. He missed the field goal, but I got no chance to do anything. But now you're going to get your over on Rudolph, so everybody's happy,
well, you
right?
might get the cover. You might get the cover.
I'm not happy about anything. I need him to make the field goal. I'm not happy about that
That's
at
unbelievable.
all.
That's unbelievable.
Well, I hope you have to cheer for the Steelers now. I hope you have to cheer for the Steelers now for 2 minutes and you get constipated.
Just give me 3 yards. Carver just
he needs points, so now root for the Steelers for once in your life.
That's what I hope he does. I hope he throws a pick six and it becomes 38 to whatever the hell it is. That's what I hope happens now.
It's rare that I'm the least angry person on a show.
Chip shot. He couldn't make that field goal at the end.
I told you that's what would have happened at the 25-yard line after that crappy call. That's what I wanted, and I got it now.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run, run, run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, he's a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division
favorite. I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby, the money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco minus 120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6 and the 7 seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles, ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
It's a lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
So Oliver just headshotted Rudolph, and they gave him the pass, roughing the passer penalty, their first penalty tonight. But the ref standing right in front of the play didn't call it at all. He actually said, word for word, I read his lips in the cold, I'm enjoying this all night. I really enjoyed the game.
That's what he said.
Right in front of him, the guy got a headshot. I called it from here. I went, that's a headshot. And 5 minutes later, they threw the flag. It's embarrassing. Now they got the ball at the 30, but they got 35 seconds and counting. Spike the ball. Spike the ball. Let's go. What are you doing? Hurry up.
What are you throwing in the middle of the field for?
Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing.
Rudolph up to 229 right now.
Flags.
I'm still in shock about Carver's 48.5. I don't know how I got 47.5 too at the same time. I clicked it was 47.5. I brought it up earlier, Carver, with Bass. He's shaky, bro. You know what I mean? He's been shaky for like.
What'd you have?
He was
what
shaky
was it,
last
Carver,
year
48.5? 48.5 you had it at?
Sure did.
Misses like a 13-yard field goal.
Sick. Absolutely sick.
They just showed touchdown Kenny on the sideline with a mask over his mouth, but I read his lips and he said, "Serves you right, you."
Yeah,
and he dropped a bomb. Called him a filthy name that you call a child that isn't supposed to come out.
He's getting demanded trade.
Can we get the garbage time back door here? I mean, can we get this? Can we get the garbage time back door?
I can't believe Carver wants the back door here because
I want it. I want my point.
Hey,
I want my point.
How about the guy keeps throwing it over the middle? They have no timeouts. He keeps throwing it over the middle like he did all night instead of throwing it to the sideline. Throw it.
Sick.
There it is. Oh, he dropped it at the goal line. Oh my God.
That's what you got to be doing.
The ball.
Oh, it was a little underthrown. It died before it got there.
I can't catch the ball.
Wow.
He's got to have 2 more strikes. It's third down, 4th down. Throw it and have at least 1 second left on that clock to have 2 chances at the end zone to cover backdoor.
There's 14 seconds in. 3rd and 10. You got 2 shots at this. 2 shots.
2 shots. But don't screw it up. Throw the ball. Get rid of the ball and get 2 shots at it, not 1.
I kind of get the feeling they're going to score somehow. Like they're going to backdoor this.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball. What are you doing? There's no time left.
What is he doing? Is he
no, you can't do that.
That's it.
Game's
Game over.
Serious?
Can't do that. Got to throw it away.
Oh my God! I'm gonna puke.
3, 2, 1. It's
Sick.
over.
Oh my God!
Absolutely sick.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro?
31-17 final.
Was that the dumbest thing you ever saw in your life? That he took off running up the middle? Honestly, that was the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen. Now Mike Tomlin's going to go talk to his family about quitting. I hope they convince you to quit. I'm sick and tired of it. I need to spend more time with my family. Who needs family? Honestly, you're either a coach for life or you aren't. You got to go home to mommy, get your binky.
That means I want more money
kids.
usually.
Your kids already don't like you. They grew up. They don't care about you. Your son's an average receiver at BC. Let's get real here. Spend time with your family, you moron.
It wasn't a super impressive performance by the Bills. It just wasn't. We talked about it earlier. I don't know the difference, Carver. They win ugly now. That might be a good thing as opposed to, you know what I mean? The gaudy numbers. Exactly. It's survive in advance. But I'll tell you what, if they don't have Rasul Douglas back next week, they're in a lot of trouble.
They don't win that game without Douglas. Douglas has to play. They can't have Dane Jackson and Elam running around after these guys on Kansas City next week. It won't work. They're not gonna be able to handle it. I don't care where they play the game. Here, Kansas City, the Moon, it don't matter. They need these guys out there to play, and I hope sitting him tonight means that he'll be all right for Sunday, because or else that's going to be a problem.
We got a point spread. The Buffalo Bills minus 2.5. Over under 47. The game is at 6:30 Eastern time. So you know what, Scott? You and I are going to do the Lions game at 3 o'clock next week. Lions versus tonight's winner.
So what time is that? We're doing 3 to 6:30, or are we doing 4 to 8:30? I can't remember. Is it 3 to 6:30?
Well, I
think it's
maybe they'll
6:30.
switch it. Yeah, I thought we were 3. Maybe they'll switch it because it's a Bills game, but probably not. I'm glad though means Scott, we're not going head to head again. Hey, Carver, things got ugly here. I thought he was going to have another.
Yeah, I've had enough of the cheerleading squad here. I got to do another one. Honestly, I'll quit.
No,
I got to listen to you two like homers. Oh, that's not a flag. Oh, I'm sick of it. Christ, I'd rather call like girls flag football. Didn't you bring that up earlier? Can't we get that going maybe on in-game live?
But that's why it's better. We'll do the Lions game next week. There'll be nothing personal.
Look at, there's Josh Allen waving to the crowd. Thank you for the Emmy. Thank you. It's been an incredible. I'd like to thank my director, my executive producer, the lighting, camera crew, the writers.
Good job, Josh.
Margot Robbie. I want to thank Margot Robbie for teaching me how to handle Jack's slobberknockle on my chest. I always knew he'd drop his boogers on my chest, and I was still able to finish the scene and win this Emmy. It's great to be on the red carpet. Unbelievable. What could be worse?
I cannot believe that guy missed that field goal. He can't believe that this loser missed that field goal, a chip shot field goal.
And he had a good leg. The punter had a bad hammy. He still kicked 160 yards.
Totowa. I mean, it wasn't even in the stadium. Did you see that kick that he had? Oh.
Looked like my golf swing.
Thank goodness. And my son just said, it's always the same story with the Steelers. You know what I wrote him? Go back to school. I don't want to hear
Get on the plane tomorrow and get the hell out of here. Get on the plane and get the hell out of here.
Here's another 200 for the limo ride to the airport, fam. Get out. Smoked all my weed. Are we on the air?
Yeah, so you've had enough. Yeah. Now's not the time if you're
ate all my edibles,
kids
ate my Pro-Tabs, ate my indica gummies, drank my scotch, drank my booze, slept with one of my side pieces. This kid. Wait, are we on? Really? Don't talk about side pieces. All right, Gabe, give me all the bets for the nightcap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks at Raymond James Stadium in the rain in South Florida, the Gulf Coast.
I really don't have as many bets. Yeah, I don't have as many bets for this game as I did the last one because I was so caught up in this game.
That's because you bet 10,000 on that crooked game
on the
we
Bills.
just watched.
Yeah, I know. Thank God. Things actually worked out pretty well. Without being stated, it's a leap of faith tonight. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus the 3. I already have the Bills at the back end of a 7-point teaser. I had the Bills teased down to 3, Tampa Bay up to plus 10. So I've already got Tampa plus 10. I'm going to come in right now with Tampa plus 3 as well. You know, listen, I think Philadelphia have a lot of problems, but Tampa's offense has really struggled over the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if they're magically going to be able to put it together tonight, but I've always thought that Baker Mayfield was better than people give him credit for. You've got Chris Godwin, you've got Mike Evans against a very, very fraudulent Philadelphia Eagles secondary. The Bucs can make plays, and Tampa's defense is really good. I think Philadelphia really do have legitimate problems in their clubhouse / locker room here. So I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus the 3. A couple of touchdown props. I've been playing a lot of Rachaad White touchdown props this year, so I'll keep that rolling at minus 110. Jalen Hurts to score a touchdown at minus 125. And how the hell do we not? I see right now, Chris Godwin is plus 240 to score a touchdown. I don't see here. There he is. Mike Evans plus 120. Not a lot of great value with Evans. What are you doing? What do you guys do with the game? But I'm going to be on the Bucs.
I kind of like the Bucs as well, Gabe, to be quite honest with you. But on the prop side, I like these Eagle receivers because you have no A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith's coming back, and he's been hobbling around. So there's low numbers on these guys, whether it's Julio Jones, Quez Watkins, Zacharias. I think all these other Eagle receivers who are all like 18.5, 13.5, 20.5, they got pretty good touchdown numbers also. I think those guys are going to be involved, and I like Goddard to score at plus 270 or 260, whatever he was.
Scott,
I just got a letter from the Steelers. Send me your invoice for $4,500 for next year's season tickets.
Already?
I just got it right now. $4,500. Thanks for a great season. Post-game press conference live on the app now. Here, I'm going to throw my phone in a toilet.
Let me watch the post-game press
conference. Honest to Christ almighty. And then my son quits on me. My wife won't have sex with me. My dog took a leak on my leg. My daughter said she's a quitter too. They all turned on me, all of them, and you too. Both the yins did me with all your nonsense. Go ahead and whisper. Carver High, I'll smack you one when I see you.
That's because all the kids all just came home and they think that I'm done, and I can hear them I can hear them doing Dad.
I heard little Willie laughing at Uncle Ferrall, laughing at Uncle Ferrall. He said, "How'd you like that roughing call, Uncle Ferrall?"
I like the difference. This is like two completely different locker rooms and different sides of the stadium. The Carver household tonight, the Morency household, everybody's in a good mood. Right now, everybody knows, oh, God, Scott's coming upstairs right now. Like
Morency's girlfriend just put a bill sticker on that $800 bong I got her, and she just walked by the set and gave me the finger. God damn. Backstabbing sons of...
Oh, boy.
Is this show almost over yet? I blame Jack B. Nimble lying to me all night. You guys will be done by 7:30. We got a big pregame show coming up. I love you.
We got the Pro Football Today guys coming next. You got Walsh, Joe Lisi. You're going to have Donnie Wright.
They should have been on 25 minutes ago. Tell Lisi to bring the effing shrimp cocktail on the day of the Super Bowl. I got the pizzas and salads. Tell him to bring the shrimps, the jumbo shrimps, or we're going to have issues.
Get some of that Grimaldi's pizza.
No more bringing kids. You're only allowed to bring hookers to the Super Bowl show.
Whoa.
I'm going to show up with 2 escorts at Bellworks.
What am I getting myself into here? It sounds like this is rocking.
Here's Morency with my boss. Mike, my flight's tonight, but I think I have COVID. And then on Super Bowl Sunday, you see Morency on the sideline with a media credential standing next to Taylor Swift.
And my boy Josh Allen, of course. My boy Josh Allen.
Is that Morency? Joe Ranieri's on the air. I think that's Morency. He's wearing his Formula One jersey.
I'm looking forward to this. So, the return to the East Coast, Super Bowl Sunday, with Joe Ranieri and the great Scott Ferrall. This could be an epic show.
And after the game, we can drive around the Meadowlands, see how many times we can make it around in laps before we get stabbed or shot.
Great time, everybody. I think we're out of here, right? They're coming in next. We're finished.
Give me the Bucks +3.
I hope both teams have massive injuries tonight and concussions, and I hope it rains so much in Tampa it starts snowing burning acid. I'm going to go bet on some hockey games. Screw all of you.
Quarterback at quarterback. We're going to lay some juice. We're going to have some dog prices, and we're going to go right in the middle.
Because I don't know what they're doing. To me, they're in a complete rebuild, Kev.
Go run. That's where overbackers on this 51.5 shot.
So right now, we saw a little bit more over money, but it's hovering right around.
The winner of this game will be the division favorite.
I don't care if they win, because all we care about is the money, baby. The money.
Pro Football Today. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
San Francisco -120 to win the NFC Championship. It's the Cowboys with the second best number. The Eagles at 7-1.
What the hell's the difference between the 6th and the 7th seed? I need my guys healthy here to make a playoff push. They took the bye week and still won the football game. You want to talk about two franchises going in the wrong direction? The Eagles. Ridiculous what they did this week.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
A lot of fun to do because you could kind of, place a season-long bet all at once and just wait it out. I've always found that interesting. But New York is one state where it's a little bit unclear.
You cannot bet on basically anything that requires a vote. So you're talking about an MVP award, a Cy Young, a Rookie of the Year, anything where people at the end of the year have to vote.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
And I tell you what, there's 1,000,001 coaching vacancies right now. Brady Cannon is a candidate for the Vegas Raider job. Like there's so many jobs available right now. NFL teams are coming to the grid for our talent. So there's that many head coaching spots available right now. I'm going to submit my my resume.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.